Hey, hey, whiskey friends, far and wide, we're live. Little impromptu Friday night stream again. Had a couple of these going the last few weeks. Playing catch up. Try to make sure I get in enough live streams with y'all before the end of the year. How's everybody doing? It is Friday. I've had a outstanding evening. And I am back in action tonight. I got the second half of some of those Canadian samples to get into. But before we do that, we'll warm it up. Let me just make sure my video situation is looking good, which it seems to be. Excellent. What's going on? We got a couple folks in already. Y'all are thirsty tonight? Missed the French. Friday nights are malt nights. Yeah, well, I don't know. Tuesday nights are malt nights. I don't know about Fridays, but as of late, yeah, we'll see how much longer that lasts for. Excited for the show. Yeah, good, man. Good. Another comment, too. Some Glen Scotia Double Cask. Okay. Double Cask is solid. I have a Glenlivet Caribbean Reserve going right now. And this is just a palate warmer as I get ready for a couple more Canadian samples tonight. I have shot out a invite to the Quig. We'll see if he's around tonight. I'm not sure. If he is, maybe he'll join. We may have another special guest pop in tonight. Who knows? It's Friday. Anything goes. Finishing up this crazy year. We got some folks in already, which is awesome. Yeah, say hi in the chat. What are you guys sipping on tonight? So the samples that I'm going to be tasting are a couple that I grabbed from the box that I received last week, which I was telling you all about, from British Columbia, Canada. This week we got Shelter Point, Monmouth, 46% ABV, District 141. We'll check that out. Pike Creek, 21 years old. Oloroso Sherry Finish, 45%. We'll get into that. And Lowen McKinnon Chocolate Malt. Oh, boy. This is 43%. Despite the ABV differences, probably thinking the chocolate malt will be last. Because that's probably going to do some work on the palate. So maybe what we'll start with is the Shelter Point in a few minutes and then do the Pike Creek. So, yeah, we got a few samples in it ready to be tasted. And other than that, just hanging out. Like I said, I've had a really good night and figured it would be a good time to hop on for a little nightcap, even though it's early. But, you know, COVID days, what can you do? See what's going on with everybody. So I'm doing some Glenlivet right now, and I have to tell you, this Caribbean cask is it has some type of rum finish. They don't say much about it. Where is the bottle of this? Here we go. It's this one. It's like $40, which is not worth it. 40% NAS. The reason I picked this up is because Telex and I are going to do a rum finished live show probably early next year, but I couldn't wait to get into this. I had to try it. Rum finishes are not something that I get a lot of opportunity to try, so I had to give this a chance. Yeah, it says selectively finished in barrels that held Caribbean rum. I mean, can you get more general than that? 40%. I'm sure it's chill filtered on and has color added. You know, what can you do? Nonetheless, not a bad starter. Puffin Drams. Hey, long time no see, buddy. Happy Friday. Started with Alberta Premium Cask Strength. Moved to the Kilhoman Mocker Bay. Both delicious. Yes, both of those are delicious. I last Friday on another one of these impromptu lives that I did on a Friday, the Alberta Premium Cask Strength was something that was shared with me in the sample box that I got, and it was fantastic. It's probably been one of my favorites. So going to the Kilhoman right after that makes sense. That was a delicious whiskey. Not something you can find in the States, which is unfortunate. We don't get anything in terms of premium or otherwise Canadian whiskeys. So I'm always happy when Quig will send some stuff my way. And I'm going to be on Quig watch. As I said, I did message him. He did make a special appearance last week. We'll see if the Quigster decides to join us. Apparently, he is not a working man on Fridays, which is what I thought he was. So we'll check these out. We'll see how long we go. Is what it is. All right. As I mentioned, this Glenlivet Caribbean cask is not anything to write home about. For about $20 more in a good spot, you can get the Balvenie 14-year-old Caribbean cask, far superior to this. I mean, and then there's, of course, the Ardbeg drum, but I wouldn't waste your money on that either. I know Springbank has a few rum finishes. They're not easy to get. I think the Balvenie Caribbean cask is probably the best rum finish stuff I've run into. It just doesn't seem to be, I don't know, something they do well. I don't know. The Balvenie one is good, but this Glenlivet is just pedestrian at best. Yeah, Mocker Bay last year, but it's not around anymore. I would have gotten two if I knew how good. Okay. You know, they just put out a cast strength. I have a couple special release cast strengths that were released. I want to say end of 2018, but they just put out a cast strength in a pheno. I'm not sure how available that is in your area, bro, but the cast strength is awesome. But even the regular Mocker Bay, I mean, you can't go wrong. It's really solid for an NAS. I think it probably is the best of the NAS peated whiskeys that I've had. Just ordered some hard to get Canadians. What's up, Peter White? What's going on in Ontario, brother? Thanks for stopping through. I'm going to get into a few more Canadians tonight. And speaking of, so I got 3 more here. These are from the Quig samples that were sent to me last week. We talked about these a bit, but I have, just to reiterate, a Shelter Point. It looks like Monmouth, District 141, 46%. Pike Creek, 21 years old. Oloroso, 45. And Lowen McKinnon Chocolate Malt, 43% single malt. So I think I'll do that one last, despite the lower ABV. I'm going to put this Shelter Point in the glass now. This seems like the right move. Again, thanks to Food Quig for this generous samples that he sent. I did send an invite to him. We'll see if he decides to pop in or not tonight. We'll hang out for a bit, see how things go. All right. Let me just double check my email. Okay, cool. Anyways, Shelter Point, I don't know what to expect out of this one other than youthful deliciousness. Yeah, definitely smells young. What else is going on in the chat? We got 7 folks in, right on. Jaggerty rum and 14 rum. Kill that bone. Oh, there's a Hazelburn. I've never seen the Almaroot. I didn't realize there was a Hazelburn. Okay. Is that the best rum finish you've had, or rum cask of any sort? Let me know, man. I've just not been impressed so far with most of the rum finished whiskeys that I've had. I've only had 3, but I don't feel like there's that many. I know there's a Springbank, which I can't get. There is that. Yeah, I've had this Glenlivet, which is not great. The Balvenie I liked quite a bit. And then I've had, of course, the Ardbeg drum, which, again, I raised my hands in, what do you say about Ardbeg drum? I didn't love it. It didn't work quite well. I feel like it would have if it had more age, but that seems to be the thing we say about every Ardbeg special release. Although the black did work, and I thought it was a step in the right direction. Good to have you in the house here. Anyways, so point. I'm gonna throw it in the Google machine because I don't quite know what it's called. Shelter Point Montfort, 141 Canadian whiskey. The 141 indicates where the barley was grown, which is at Shelter Point. Okay, so this is like a local barley type thing. They're like the Kilchoman of Canada. Limited release, grown at Shelter Point, started the Tewa, blah, blah, blah. Okay. 4.5 years old, American oak. That's the tail of the tape on this one, y'all. So, we'll jump in a second here. Kensington Wine Market. Oh, okay. I'm jealous. Fisk! What's up? Long time no see, brother. Thanks for swinging in. We're sipping a little Canadian tonight. Hey, there's Quig. Would love to join, but he's got some things going on. Oh, he's a busy man on a Friday. Okay. I feel you, Quig. Yeah, check the recording later. I'm gonna taste a couple more samples that you got here. Yeah, apparently it exists, according to Peter White. I'm not sure if it's a Canadian only thing, so I'm not sure it'll be out your way. But nonetheless, man, good to see you. Hope you and yours have been well, staying healthy in all this craziness. Thanks for stopping through, brother. All right, here we go. So, Canadian Shelter Point, American oak, local barley, all that stuff. Let's see what's going on with this. 4.5 years old, and it makes sense. Very youthful. There's a nice salted caramel thing going on. A lot of those just fresh barley notes. This is a really fresh whiskey. Okay. Smells nice. Not super complex on the nose, but definitely smells nice despite it, obviously having some youth. But I'm not going to take that away from it. All right, let's give it a taste. Cheers, y'all. Happy Friday. Oh, wow, that's good. There's a really nice balance in this Shelter Point between the American ex-bourbon notes, but there's a lot of bright fruit in it too, which is probably coming from the new make. Youthful, yes. Enjoyable, definitely. I wish we could get more Shelter Point stuff here in the States. This is a really tasty whiskey. I've had a few iterations of it, thanks to our friend Food Quig, who sent a bunch my way. It's just, it reminds me, yeah, it's like Kilchoman without the peat, or if you're going to compare it to a Scotch, it's like Boogaloo. They're doing really exciting stuff. This is another good one, man. God, 4.5 years old only, you wouldn't know it. Despite that having that sharpness, you'd think this is probably a couple more years old because you get these nice rounded notes, which means they probably are using really good casks. ABV on this one was 46%. District 141, yeah, so that's the local barley that they got going on. It's got a little ruggedness to it. Outside of that sharpness of the youth, you do get a bit of a earthy, slight spicy note. Can't quite pinpoint it, but it's there. It's giving it a nice rounded body, which is awesome. Oh, Fisk has got one. Okay. So what happens when you 12 shifts a week, when you work 12. Oh, 12-hour shifts a week. Okay. I can decipher that. Hey, Mike. What's up? Oh, he's changed the avatar. Guns N' Roses has become Van Halen. Understandable. Good deal, man. Thanks for swinging through. Hope you're well, brother. You have one of the 180 jaggedy casks. Okay, so there's apparently an Amroot out there, single malt rum cask, which I don't have. I need to try. I need to try more Amroots in general. But Daniel, what's up in East Texas, brother? How's it going? Thanks for swinging through. Doing a little impromptu Friday thing again, although it seems to be increasingly becoming a thing, right? We have I'm basically trying to play catch up because I was offline a lot for a couple of weeks while I was out in California working on some things. So Mr. French says, what are the bottles behind? You can't read them all, but they look good. Yeah. Let's do a quick run through. So yeah, I put this little shelf together. Like I'm in a new space. Up on top, Glengoyne 25, Redbreast 21, Highland Park 21, Lafroig 28. Second shelf, we got a white label and green label, Lafroig 18, Annock 24. We have a Bunnahabhain. This is a Moyne red wine Bordeaux cask matured. Longrow Red, 13-year-old Chilean Cabernet, and then there's a Pinot behind it. Bruichladdich Black Art, 4.1. This is Glengoyne 4.1, or I'm sorry, Glengoyne 7, batch 7, teapot dram. I don't know if you can see those. Oh, yeah. Ball Blair, single cask, 13 years old, 49.7%. Lecheg 18, row of Ardbegs. We got Ardbeg Black Committee release. Goodall, Ardbeg 10, a bunch of those. Red Spot 15, Springbank 15. Row of Bourbon. We have a barrel proof single barrel Four Roses OESK, 10 years old. Knob Creek single barrel 9-year. What's that there? That's Elijah Craig barrel proof batch B520. Two Glendronachs. These are Allardyce. This is the 22-year-old and the 24-year-old. And on the bottom shelf, we have a Highland Park single cask 12-year-old Riptide, 65% ABV. Oh, Lord. I haven't opened that one yet. Lagavulin 12, cask strength 2018. This is the 2019. We got 2018 behind it. Glenmorangie Taylor Cake, Powers, Jones Lane 12, Annock 18, and Glendronach 15 Revival, and then some stuff on the bottom. So, yeah, that's maybe what you can see. Good to have you in the house, French. Hope everything is good in Duluth. Daniel says Lafroig casting. Yeah, for sure. Actually, I got a really amazing Lafroig cast strength right here. Hang on, let me go behind this. This one, batch 4. Lafroig 10 cast strength. That is probably from 2005 or 2004. Yeah. Very, very exciting. Delicious, too. We ordered up some 11-year-old Shelter Points. Oh, man. Okay, Peter White knows what's going on. Darker. I see what's going on with the Amroot. Okay. Are you a Kilkerran fan? I am, but I've not had the new Kilkerran. So I've had the first one, the first 8 cast strength one that they put out. This would have been early earlier. There's that like Sherry Oloroso cask one. I've not had that one, but I've heard great things about it. So yeah, Mike, I would love to get my hands on it if it exists at all out there in the world. I've not seen it so far. You guys still there? I think I lost everybody for a second. Uh-oh. I'm not sure if everybody can see me or not. Damn it. Can you guys see me okay? Sorry about that. I'm not sure what just happened. It's having a little internet disruption, it looks like. Anyways, we're back on track. He said it was split screen for a second. So there's two of me? Shit. Okay. Okay, I'm back. Good, good, good. Frozen. Okay, right on, right on. Okay, well, sorry about that. I'm not sure what was going on. I've been having a couple internet mishaps since I've come into the new studio. Oh, shit. Daniel just said the Kilkerran 8 Oloroso. That's right. He's sending me a sample. So there you go, Mike. Tuesday on the Tasty Tuesday Happy Hour. I'm going to taste that. Thank you, Daniel. You kick ass, man. Yeah, I'm definitely going to check that out. Because the 8 was great. I've had the Pete in Progress. I think there's another one. I did Kilkerran. I think they make good shit. Anyways, back to this shelter point. Man. This thing really steps up to the line between youth and just kind of like warm barley notes. It's like every time you go in, you pick up one or the other slightly more. It smells like you've walked into a brew house. You can smell all the, the yeast and the wort. That's what's going on here. It's really delicious. Man, I'll tell you this much. Y'all in Canada who have access to Shelter Point, you're in for a treat like 2 or 3 years, if not already. When you're going to be able to get your hands on some of these with a lot more age, their young stuff is good, which just bodes so well for the craft that they're putting into it and what you're going to be able to find on the shelves. It's really freaking delicious. Yeah, I am a fan. I am a serious fan of this. And yeah, we cannot find it anywhere in the States. Do a little water. Half teaspoon. As expected. It's just more of those youthful notes, the kind of concrete, fresh laid bricks. But man, beneath that, God, there's nice bourbon notes. Fruit, bright, citrus. Fisk. Right, man. I got to get up there. I was going to go this year, actually. In April, my plan with my former partner, she and I were going to go do Banff and then drive to Vancouver and then go to Seattle and fly home. And then, COVID happened. And I had literally was a day or two away from pressing the button on that. So unfortunately couldn't make it happen. Maybe 2021, we'll see. But yeah, I would love to get my way up there, man. And definitely, if for no other reason than to hook up with Quig and have a few samples in the Quig den if he accepts guests. I don't know. But I would love to do it. That would be a lot of fun. What's everybody sipping on tonight? Hang on a sec. What the hell is this? Sorry about that, y'all. A little afterburn from my evening. It's been a good night. Let's just put it that way. Daniel at Malmuser. I saw Canadian Club 42 and 45 in the store. They're $500 each. Nah, they're not worth that. Quig sent me a sample of the 42 and then I think the 44. I'm not actually sure. He sent me a couple samples. They're good, but not $500 good. Especially when I think about some scotches you can get for that price. Nah, man. Well, it's the oldest whiskey I've ever had. Save your pennies. Mike Meyer, there's a Kilkerran 8 cast strength at my local TW. I just don't know if it's the same one. I'll check. If it's the Oloroso, that's the new one that got released this year, which seems to be getting a lot of praise. If it's the earlier one, which is the ex-bourbon, I mean, it's good. It really depends on the price. I think it was like $80 when I saw it. I'm not sure if that's probably right around worth it. It is a really quality made whiskey, but it's not going to wow you like apparently this Oloroso does. 300 now, but fuck. You got to get to Canada, y'all. Yeah. Hazelburn 10, he says. Tamika Ivy's in the house. What's up in Chicago? Yo, Ma, looking cute in that flannel. Thanks, Tamika. You're always coming in with something sweet to say. I ain't gonna lie. Hope you're having a nice drink tonight, staying warm in Chicago. Chris, how you doing, brother? JP Weiser's 18. Yeah, I did last Friday in my impromptu. I did a JP Weiser's 23-year-old cast strength, 64%. It was fantastic. I don't think it was quite as good as that Alberta Premium that I had, but this was really, really damn good. I have not had the 18. Again, it's another one of those whiskeys you can't find here. 4 Laws. Daniel's drinking a 4. I have a Laws 4 green. Oh, 4 grain bourbon bonded and bound, 6 years old. I'm going to next. Nice. Okay. 500. Yeah, no. I agree with you, Fizz. Nah, that's a little too much. I mean, the age statement belies the quality. I'm not saying it's a bad whiskey. I just think like what you would expect from a $500 whiskey at 42 years old if you're buying scotch is not what you're going to get from the Canadian Club, although it is a really damn good pour. So, yeah, no. Pass. Yes. Right on, gentlemen and ladies. Sorry, Tamika. Yeah, good to hang out. I'm doing another little impromptu Friday. As I said, I've been kind of MIA for a while, so doing a little catch up. This is another great shelter point. Quig has sent me so many damn good shelter points. I'm freaking jealous, man. I wish we could get this stuff here. I mean, I know there's a lot of bourbon distillers that are making really quality local craft stuff, but single malt, All right, what's next? So the next one we're going to do is Pike Creek 21-year-old Oloroso. So the only Pike Creek that I've ever had is a 10-year rum cask finish. And that one we can find, somewhat easily here in the States. You can't get any of the other ones. And so the fact that Quig sent me this 21-year-old is amazing because this is going to really let me know what Pike Creek can do. So let me put this in the glass. I'll do like a half dram of this for now because if it's good, I want to save it for a little bit. Let me know, Peter White especially, and Puffin Drams, if you're in here, folks who have access to Canadian whiskey, what are your thoughts on this 21-year-old? I'm going to let this sit for a hot second. Wow. That's crazy cheap. Hey, man, email me, malt.muser. We should talk. Send me one of those. Telex and I have been talking about doing that on the Telex and Malt show on Tuesdays. So, yeah, I would love to collaborate on that if you're willing. Yeah, that's incredible. That's such an expensive whiskey. If I put that into the old wine searcher, just for curiosity's sake, what is a bottle of Bunnahabhain 25? Average price in the States. 400. No, more, way more. The cheapest I found it is a place in California at $589. There's a place in Rhode Island, $599, $599. Yeah, about $600. Cheapest. I would buy that a couple of those. Really? You saw the Bunnahabhain that price? Dude, what? That's highway robbery. I don't see it any cheaper than 600 here. Yeah, fuck. Okay. What else is going on? Whiskey of the year, but not whiskey of the year. I got you. Okay. Well, we're about to get into it. Thank you for the download. This is apparently a good one. All right. So here we got Pike Creek. Oloroso finish, 21 years old. Wow, spicy. Cinnamon. Clove. No, not clove. I'm sorry. More like, what is that? Cayenne. Pepper. Nice zestiness to it. It's like a dry rub barbecue. Wow. Really nice. Ooh. Man, barbecue, man. It's like a sweet vinegar Carolina barbecue. Really? This is just a 21-year-old Oloroso? Man, that barbecue note is extensive on this. It smells delicious. Let's give it a taste. Deceptively light on the palate. Develops really well. Nice, herbaceous, dry rub spice, and then bourbon notes and a hint of dried fruit, caramel, brown sugar, all that. Vanilla, toffee. Oh. Oh. Okay, Quig. I don't know if you're still in the house, but yeah, that's not messing around. Ooh, nice long finish too. We talked about this last week. Werther's Original. It's like butterscotch toffee fusion thing. Yeah. Damn. Man, I wish we could get this in the States. The prices would probably be great. For this old of a whiskey. This is really good. I got to go in for another sip. Mm. So many layers. You know what this reminds me of in a certain way? Lefroy Glore. And here's why. Yes, this is non-peated. Lefroy Glore is like climbing up a ladder of flavor. Like you distinctly, it moves in like phases so distinctly. And this whiskey does the same. You start with like a little bit of like a herbaceous sweetness, and then it's like caramel toffee. Then it's dry fruit. And then it just progresses this way, and it leaves you with a nice harmonious finish. This is delicious. I don't know if it's as good as that Alberta Premium Cask Strength, but this is right up there. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. This is a slow sipper, y'all. If you ever get your hands on a Pike Creek 21, this is a sit outside on the deck on a Friday, have a nice slow sip, get your palate started for whatever you're going to do, enjoy nature. I mean, like this, God, there's a nice maple note. Fuck. This is good. It's so interesting. You know, a 21-year-old whiskey from Canada versus a 21-year-old whiskey from Scotland. It just, obviously the climate plays a role. But man, I bet you this is half the price of the 21-year-old whiskey, you know, a 21-year-old Glenlivet or something. Wow. Incredibly good. Really, really enjoyable. Daniel says at Malmuser, just take your package. Yeah. Oh, tomorrow. Perfect. You know, I'm going to meet Telex tomorrow to do a whiskey swap. Check out my Instagram, malt_muser_whiskey. If you're into such things, Telex and I will post a picture. We're doing another whiskey swap to get us prepped for the next couple of months of the Tasty Tuesday Telex and Malt Show. So I got a full box of, where is it? Yeah, it's somewhere around here. Oh, here it is. I got a full box, bunch of samples in here to hand over to our good comrade, Telex the Whiskey Tech. We are going to get into a whole bunch of stuff, which we alluded to a bit on a Tuesday show. We're going to end our year doing a Lefroy 18 face-off, white tube versus green tube, and then we're going to do a tasting of the Lefroy 25. That's going to be amazing. And then from there, got a bunch of stuff in the box. So we'll be tasting all sorts of stuff. So I hope you all join us for that. Do take a sec, give a thumbs up on the video, subscribe if you haven't. Subscribe to Telex the Whiskey Tech too. Is it? Okay. Well, that's good to know because this is fantastic. There's so much happening in this. I got to say, Peter, if we go back to last week and we review the samples that Quig had sent, I think this is second. I think this comes up above that JP Weiser's. I still think the Alberta Premium Cask Strength is the best, but this one's right behind it. This is so good. Super complex. It has so many layers to it. There's so much to explore here. I would love a full bottle of this. Wow. Great maturation. Great maturation. These are quality casks. They're just working so well. Nothing is more powerful than the others. I wish the Oloroso came through a little bit more, but this is a minor slight. Yeah, it's just great. We're so deprived here in the United States of good quality Canadian whiskeys. We really are. What's going on in the chat? $150. Are you talking about the Pike Creek 21? Oh, fuck, man. Buy without hesitation if that's the case. Yeah. If you find that for under 400, let me know. I have some of the Ball Blair 90, which is the 25. I have another bottle. I have a bottle and a half of that. That is one of the best whiskeys I've ever had. But if you have a line on the 83 at that price, yeah, man, we should talk. I do have a Ball Blair on the shelf here, and we're going to be getting into this. This is Ball Blair. It's a 2005. It is 13 years old, single cask release, which is awesome. And it's still in the old packaging, which, come on, man. The old Ball Blair packaging was amazing. This is one of my favorite looking bottles. I mean, look at that. They're classy bottles. Now they've got generic and whatever. 49.7%, 13 years old. This one is non-chill natural. I think this is all ex-bourbon. Yeah. I've never had a single cask Ball Blair, but believe me, I am a staunch supporter of the old vintage releases from them, and encourage anybody to pick them up if they can. Yeah. Their new labeling is so disappointing. I mean, like, it looks so good on the shelf in this kind of generic fluorescent thing going on, and now they have just like this ostentatious in your face thing. It looks part and parcel to anything else you'd find. Yeah, it's kind of a bummer. I hope they don't do that to a knock. It's the same group, Edgerton Group. I'm assuming it'll probably happen. They did the same thing to Old Pulteney. Okay. Third on the list, Lowen McKinnon chocolate malt. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm a little skeptical about this one. 43%. But yeah, we'll do a quick size round. We'll give it its day in court. It's plastic, y'all. Don't worry. I won't step on broken glass later. Chocolate malt, Lowen McKinnon. Yeah. We'll give that a little time to rest, but yeah, definitely. It's not like milk chocolate. It's not like super sweet, which is what I expected. Usually when you see something like this, you expect it to be kind of generic and kind of, amplifying the cask maturation flavor in lieu of like quality spirit. This one so far, it's much more of a dry cocoa thing, darker chocolate. There's also dark fruit. I'll be honest, this has rum qualities to it. And alcohol. There's a sharp alcohol note. Well, let's see. Okay. The nose is in that middle. I mean, it's like kind of yours, a little bit of standard bourbon notes, but they're relatively subdued. There's a little bit of again, that dark baking chocolate. Okay. Let's give it a taste. Slot show. Mm. Much better on the palate. Much better on the finish. Bit of spice, dark chocolate, a lot of dark chocolate. Okay, this is where it comes through. Malted milk balls, like quality. Like you went to a actual candy shop and they gave you seriously quality chocolate, not some Whoppers or something. Oh, that is okay. It's a little bit of a one-note pony. The chocolate definitely dominates, but it's good. It doesn't overpower the youth of the spirit. Okay, they got a good balance going here. It doesn't quite rise to like Spice Tree level dessert whiskey, but yeah. Let me know in the chat if any of you have had anything from Lone McKinnon, especially this chocolate malt or any chocolate malt for that matter. You know, when you go to a bar with your beer friends and they're like, "Oh, you got to try this oatmeal stout or you got to try this chocolate stout," and that's all you pick up. That's a lot of what's happening right here. But it's not super. It's not oversweet. It's not in this way that makes you think they just matured it in like some seriously first fill casks and then let that dominate the flavor to try to mask the youth. Like they're doing a respectable job with this. Yeah, there's bright spirit note in this. Not much different on the second taste. Rhubarb, maybe. Yeah. God, that finish is all just like powdery, dark baking chocolate. Bitter, but the sweetness is holding its own. So it's not a negative experience. Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. Let me know, man. Let me know in the chat. Like, have you had any chocolate malts or just malts that are like where they advertise the flavoring that you thought were respectable? I think this is respectable. I think this one actually is doing it the right way. It's not, you know, sometimes you have like a rum or something and it's just so overly sweet that you can tell that they just filled it with a bunch of, I don't know, whether it's high fructose corn syrup or sweeteners of some sort to kind of like, and it masks over the depth and earthiness. This one I feel like is doing a pretty respectable job. Like you're getting a lot of that dark chocolate, the baking chocolate notes, but they're not trying to mask it over with semi-sweet and whatever. It's still kind of a confectionery dram. I mean, it's not something I would go to regularly. Maybe it's something that would be fun to have as a, you know, it's not a liqueur, but it's like borderline like a dessert whiskey. It definitely has that working for it, but they do it in a respectable way. Let me try a little water on this. Teaspoon, give or take. Yeah. Chocolate goes into the background. Now we got a bunch of citrus spices, pine, youthful, that concrete note. Well, not huge difference. This one was at, what was this, 43%? 46. Yeah, the water takes away the chocolate. You're just getting a lot of youthful spirit. There's bright, piney citrus notes. Some red fruit. Yeah. It's all right. Not bad. A little bit too on the chocolatey side for me, but I appreciate what they're doing. Like, I think there are so many flavored whiskeys out there that, folks are advertised at to pick up. I mean, this, especially if you're, obviously in Canada, you're not going to be upset with this. It's just it's not an everyday dram. It's got a specific moment and a specific time, and that's where it should be enjoyed. And yeah, it's done well. Definitely. All right, y'all. I've heard from Quig. He's not going to be able to join tonight. And to be honest, I'm probably in the right place to slow things down for my own evening. I've had a really good night. I got to savor it. But it's been great hanging out. And of course, hit thumbs up if you haven't, subscribe if you haven't. We're going to do, of course, as always, Tasty Tuesday happy hour, followed by Telex and Malt Show. This week, Telex and I are going to be getting into a knock. We're going to be tasting a 12-year-old knock and a 18-year-old knock. So that should be a lot of fun. That'll start at 8 p.m. Eastern time. With that, I hope everybody stays safe, be well, and I'll catch you all on Tuesday. Do check out Instagram because, as I mentioned, Telex and I are doing a whiskey swap this week. So we'll post some pictures of it, and it'll be fun. Much love to everybody. Slán Siva.